Alright, here we are in game 2, and this hand looks just fine. We're going to go ahead and snap keep this one. I really like this Delver deck that we're playing against. I actually am going to be playing it on Friday at a modern tournament. Minus the fetch lands. Couldn't get a hold of those, they're a bit pricey right now. But this is a pretty good matchup for us as the mono red deck. And the turn 1 Goblin Guide is the ideal start. He does get a land off of it. That's fine. Looks like he's cracking his fetch, maybe for a bolt, which would be good. Yep, looks like it. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So now he's got counter mana up. So we're gonna go and suspend this and lava spike him. And go. And Serum Visions is fine. Puts card on bottom and puts card on top. Okay. So it looks like they're holding up counter mana. And we'll fire off the Rift Bolt. Okay, so we have a good hand. We'll pass back the turn. And so if he wants to counter anything, he can do it on his turn. And another Serum Visions, which is fine. We've got him down to 13. Goes bottom, bottom. Okay. Alright. Run this into a counter, it looks like. Yep, get negated. Goblin Guide was a nice draw. Go ahead and attack with that. It's only got blue up. Okay, so he has him. He's gonna draw a mana leak. So that's important to know. So now he has the mana leak. But no. I think we just attack with the Goblin Guide here. See what he does. Okay, so he gets a spell snare in hand. Next turn. This is gonna get bolted. That's fine. I think it's time we run this into a mana leak. We've just got to fight through these counters. We have more burn spells than he has counters. So that's going to get remanded. That's fine. So he has a mana leak and a spell snare. And he can cast both of them. Let's just make him do this on his turn again, because we're not going to be able to get anything through. It's going to go ahead and probe. So in response, we're going to do that, which will get spell snared. Yep. And then we'll say okay. So he's got 3 cards left in hand. I'll draw a card off Probe. Got a Mana Leak in hand. Know that for sure. Alright, we'll just wait on our opponent. And lands. So he's back down to 3 cards. One of them being a Mana Leak. Okay. We're going to suspend Rift Bolt and say go. So this Rift Bolt will most likely hit. I think we just want to Searing Blaze it because we actually want to Searing Blood it. So this will be countered, and if it's not, then that's fine too, because it will be 1 for 1 with the Delver and deal 1 to him. Yeah, okay. So he still has the Mana Leak. Mana Leak and an unknown card. And he's at a low life total. I think we're gonna go for the creatures because he only has 2 counters and he's at 8 life. He has a max of 2 counters, one of them being Mana Leak. Because we don't want to go for the Searing Blood because that's the obvious counter target. We want that to resolve if possible. Okay, so he has a Snapcaster Mage. Targeting Remand, Spell Snare, probably Spell Snare. Targeting Remand, okay, he wants to draw the card. Yep. Okay, so he has a Mana Leak and an unknown card. We'll get him for 3. Alright, so he's only got 1 counter left. Reveals Probe. Yes, Probe. So he knows what we have. And he has Mana Leak and something else. Let me go down. Okay, so we play this. Gets countered. Yep. And then we go for a Searing Blood. Okay. So I think we have a lot of outs. We have the Hellspark Elemental in the graveyard. There's 1 unknown card. And we have this. So we're going to play this. If this card's an answer to either one of these, he has another turn. It says stop on his upkeep. So don't forget, because if we hit here, we want to land and then do this on his turn. So if he wants to counter it, he uses up some of his mana, but before he draws. So tag in for 3. hit. Play land. Stack the triggers, doesn't matter how. During his upkeep, we go for it. Going to Vapor Snag, Snapcaster Mage, putting himself to 1. Snapcaster Mage. I mean, that works. Yep. You got it. So we need to top deck a burn spell. He has 1 card in hand with 3 mana up. And alright, so it's burn spell or nothing. What does he attack with? Because can our creatures become lethal? Goblin Guide is not lethal. But does he want to make our Spark Elemental lethal? Attacking with just that makes our Spark Elemental lethal. Okay. So, not land. That's not land. And we got there in match 1. Alright, we'll be back for match 2.